All right, we have an exciting fight coming up for you tonight, and that's Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier 3. Now, my question out there, do you care about it? To be honest, I'm lukewarm on the fight. I am interested in Conor's return, but when I look at the card, UFC 264, I'm not really that excited. Let's go through the list here. Yeah, Sean O'Malley opening up the card versus Chris Matenho. And to be honest, Sean O'Malley, ever since he's lost, he just feels like a scrub. His attitude's changed. He doesn't feel like the same person. So I definitely don't care about that. You have a woman bantamweight fight with Irene versus Yana. No, I don't really care about that fight either. Like, there's other women fighters I want to see more. When it comes to both of these bantamweight fights, I absolutely do not care. So those seem like prelim fights to me. They don't seem like they should be on a big card like this. Next up on the list, you have Tavasa. I can't even say his name, but the Shui guy versus Greg Hardy. Now, this just looks like some straight Bellator undercard type of fight, maybe a Bellator headliner fight. I'm not interested in this fight either. I'm a little bit more than the other two. I'm kind of lukewarm to the idea, but overall, what are the stakes here? Where are these guys going to go? There's no John Jones. There's no Francis Ngannou. You know, you got Derek Lewis fighting for a belt against Gene, whatever his name is. Nah, not really too excited about this fight, but I would watch it, and it is somewhat entertaining compared to the other two fights on paper. Next up, you got Gilbert Burns versus Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Now, this fight I am curious about, but also when I look at this fight, I'm like, man, they got rid of Tyrone Woodley, but Stephen Thompson is still in the mix. So we'll see. I think this is a good barometer to kind of see where Stephen Thompson is at as a fighter. If he's able to beat Gilbert Burns, it puts him in a good position to fight for the welterweight belt, and he has a nice style that can give Usman some problems. And to be honest, I'm tired of seeing Usman in all these rematches. I want to see fresh fights, and Stephen Thompson provides that. So if he gets past Gilbert Burns, is a great opportunity to see where he's at. It also lets us know, where's Gilbert Burns at? Like, his win over Tyrone Woodley, you kind of look back and say, well, everybody's beating on Tyrone Woodley in his last 4 fights. Like, is Gilbert Burns any good? We'll find out. If he's able to beat Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, it's going to tell us a lot about Gilbert Burns as a fighter. So that is an intriguing matchup, but as far as like a major fight, a major event, that doesn't feel like a co-main event to me. It feels like a ESPN fight card or fight night. It doesn't feel like one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year. This should be like a co-main event. I don't feel that energy with this particular fight. But I do like the fight. I do like the matchup. It is an interesting choice overall. Now, in the main event, you got Dustin Poirier versus Conor McGregor. I'm totally interested in this fight. I want to see what Conor McGregor has left. Conor wins, better for the sport. Dustin win, good underdog story, but he doesn't really seem like he's into it. And I feel like for him, at this point, he's only in it for the money. I don't feel that hunger in him. He'd rather fight Conor instead of the belt. These guys are all about the red panty nights or pink panty nights or whatever it's called. I don't see that hunger to be great in him anymore. I see him just cashing checks. And even if he wins, I don't even know what he's going to do after this. I don't even know if he has the desire to even fight for the championship. I would love to see Dustin fight for the lightweight title and to continue to have that hunger and fight instead of being dismissive of other fighters like Michael Chandler. I like to see him get in the mix. I want to see him hungry to fight. One thing we know about Conor is he's a fighter through and through. The problem with Conor is he is paid too much. And if he loses his fight, the UFC is not going to be keen to kind of put him in another big matchup. They'll probably sit him on the show for like another year like they did last year. So we'll see. I want to see Conor back in the mix. I want to see Conor do well because he's actually good for the sport. He keeps things exciting. He keeps things interesting. So we'll just hopefully we'll see what happens. Hopefully the best man win. And if that's Dustin, I want to see Dustin take the sport and really go and contend for a lightweight title and just take on all challengers, and I want to see if Conor wins. What is he going to do next? He already said he's going to go for that lightweight title. I think that will be an interesting fight, and it also gives Charles Oliveira a huge payday, something he's probably never had in his life if Conor wins. Dustin win, good fight against Charles Oliveira, but it's not going to give him the money and revenue like a Conor McGregor. Those red panty nights are real when you fight someone of the status of a Conor McGregor. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Who do you think are going to win these fights? Do you even care overall about this fight card, UFC 264? Do you even care about Dustin versus Conor McGregor 3? Care, don't care? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, everybody, have a good one. We're out.